Everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Edgar Mendez, and today we're going to be doing an all signs reading focused on what are your person's shocking feelings for you. I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for spending time and sharing space and just being here. You know, it's so nice to just have someone's attention for a little bit. Isn't it nice? It's real nice. Anyway, I just want to say thank you. I also want to remind you, don't forget to like and comment, and I want to give a big shout out to all of you that like, all of you that comment. I see you, I see it, and it's like really amazing. I do appreciate it, by the way. And yeah, I think that's the only thing I have. No announcements yet. I'm trying to work on some transmissions. I haven't done anything to do it, by the way, but I'm trying to work on transmissions. All right. But yes, I have a few things in the pipeline. I just got to get around to doing it. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's kind of it. I'm taking like a little bit of a breather, everyone. All right. But yeah, we're gonna start from Aries and we're gonna go all the way down to Pisces. Okay. So let's take a look here. So we are at 1 minute for Aries now. All right, so what are Aries, this person's feelings for Aries right now? I do feel like this is someone who's carrying a lot of guilt in their the pit of their stomach, but it really does feel like it's their intestines. I don't know what it's like. Maybe they're having diarrhea. I don't know, but this is someone who's having a lot of like stuff going on up in the stomach area, but it's like beneath the stomach. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of regret here. It's like that feeling of the pit of your stomach. Saint Germain is saying that's more that means a lot more than I guess that expression is giving away. You know, you hear that expression a lot, but there's an energetic meaning to that anyway. But he's saying like that means something. Is what he wants to say, but it does mean something. But I am feeling that really strongly. It kind of feels like stones are like dragging this person. Like it kind of hurts. It's like almost like in the back of the root chakra. But definitely a lot of regret. Definitely a lot of shame here. A lot of remorse and guilt. Let me see. What is this guilt about? They treated you badly. I do feel, you know how you kind of miscalculate a situation, right? You're like, okay, it's like I'm going to play it this way, but that doesn't make any damn sense. Like I don't know who does that, but you know, good luck to you, right? But this is someone where it's like they kind of miscalculated things with you, and I think their approach to I feel dealing with you, yeah, it came from the headspace and it went all wrong. Obviously, it was going to. But this is someone who's thinking I shouldn't have played it that way. I shouldn't have did it that way. Yeah, I wasn't seeing things as clearly as I thought I was. And some of you, I think this person put their foot in their mouth. That's how I see it. Or they did something that basically puts your foot in the mouth where you kind of can't take it back. Whatever the case is, I'm seeing that very much foot in the mouth type of thing. But this is someone where it's like, I didn't play that right. I didn't do that right. And that's where a lot of the guilt and the shame is coming from. Where else is it coming from as well? They treated you badly, especially when it comes to the feelings department. I definitely feel like you felt hurt by this person, like for sure. And okay, right? You know, you felt hurt, but this person, you know, we have it. You know, it's all of us are growing, all of us are human, all of us are doing our thing, right? But when we don't when we're not growing from those experiences, or when we're kind of like I don't know, shrugging it off, you know, it makes people hurt even more. And I think like this is someone who hurt your feelings and then they really just didn't care. Or they act like they didn't care, or that may have been their game. I don't know. But this is someone where it's like they know they hurt you and they didn't even bother to do anything about it, right? So that's where some of that shame's coming from as well. Let me see. If they knew how much they loved you then, or when they met you, or when you know you had some kind of fight, they would have treated you better, but they didn't know that then. It's like I would never treat someone I love like this. This doesn't make sense, but I know that you know, technically we love everyone. I know it's real hard because it takes time to access that, but that is the truth of it, by the way. We really do love everyone so much so, right? So it can be applied to anyone. But you know how that expression is where I wouldn't treat someone I love like this? Yeah, they feel that about you. Where it's like I wouldn't treat someone I love like this, but I did. And it's making it's like adding this fuels to the flame and more regret than I guess you could even imagine here. Let me see. Is this person planning on doing anything about the situation for Aries? They're in the wallowing stages of like I just it's like they're kicking sorry, I don't know what this I don't know if this is like an expression or something like that, but Saint Germain showed me, when you kick a can down the road. I don't know what that means. They're kicking it down the road or something like that. It's like I saw this person like kicking a can though down the road. It's like, huh, with the question I asked about if are they gonna do anything about the situation. So they're kicking it down the road essentially. I think that's an expression, right? I don't know if kicking a can is. I don't know. I don't know, really. I don't know. However, that's how he gave it to me. So maybe, but just not today. They want to wallow in this regret, this shame. They also feel like they need to be punished as well. And these are limiting beliefs, obviously, right? These are things that I don't know. We know sometimes you think you need to suffer because you didn't see something, but we all know that this world that we live in, this literally this timeline that we exist on, it's a timeline where you see everything in hindsight. It really is, by the way. It's real crazy like that, but it is. And this is someone who's kind of kicking themselves for not seeing your value, your worth, everything about you right away. And it's like they saw some of it, but it was kind of there was some other stuff going on here. And this person treated you in a way that they would have never treated you if they knew how they felt about you then. So that's kind of where I have. I'm gonna leave it there. Aries, I want to thank you for being here. Don't forget to like and comment. I do appreciate it. So let's see, we're at 6 minutes and I'm going to do 40 seconds for Taurus. All right, so Taurus. Can you tell me, how does Taurus's person currently feel about Taurus right now? This person's feelings for you are opening up in a big way. It's kind of like, when Saint Germain's showing me a moon, but when you see like the crescenty of a moon, and it's like, like tomorrow or, later that day or, in a week or so, I don't know how fast moons move. It's going to get bigger, right? You know what I'm talking about, where it's a crescent and it's going to get bigger and eventually it's going to become a full moon. Their feelings for you are at that crescent. It's like it's finally peaking. Kind of reminds me of the solar eclipse where there's a diamond phase, right? Where it's like the tip of the sun, right, has a diamond. That I don't know how. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. Sorry. But it kind of reminds me of that, where it's like boom, but it only stays a little bit, right? This is someone who's going to be whose feelings are going to like really, really, really start to open up, but they are at that stage. It's finally flowing. There's not like regret per se here yet. There's not like, I don't know. This person's not gonna they're not taking any action or something like that, but I definitely see someone who's very much starting to see, you know what, turns out I got feelings. But it's at that crescent. When it grows to like the full Monty, yeah, this person's gonna be shaking in their boots. However, it's a big first step, but it's a first step nonetheless. All right. So let's see, what is this person feeling with that crescent type feeling? Your beauty. That seems to be one. I also see that this person feels like you are a good life partner. There's a lot of people out there. We just don't get. We won't work with them, right? So many people, most people technically, right? We just won't work with those people. It just doesn't function right. But this person is now starting to see that you're a good life partner. I feel like you though. Maybe you cook for this person, or maybe you're very nurturing. That's how it came across as the very first thing. But then it said like a life partner though. So I feel like you may have presented yourself as that, like you did stuff that, you did stuff that would show off, your nurturing side. However, they really do see that and appreciate that. They love it, by the way, as well. They appreciate it a lot more now than they did then. Yeah. But that's how, everything's in hindsight. But they definitely are starting to appreciate more of your acts of kindness. I don't know what this is called. Saint Germain said acts of generosity. I think that's how he wants to phrase it. Acts of generosity. They appreciate that now more so than they did in the moment. I also feel like this person was a bit overwhelmed whenever you did these things. Like they didn't know what to do with it. They didn't know what to say with that because their heart, it was like an eclipse. I was wondering why he brought that up. It's so funny. It's like I keep getting that eclipse. The feelings were eclipsed. It's just a strange thing, right? I don't know if there was something else that was blocking this person's heart. You know how the sun is blocked by the moon, right? For the solar eclipse. That's what I keep seeing. However, this person's feelings for you were eclipsed. Now they're starting to shine, and now this person is like starting to see you and all your glory. But it has to do specifically. There's a specific point of reference to do with your acts of generosity that seem to be thawing this person's heart out, that seem to be really illuminating this person's how they feel, but it's the tip of the iceberg. It's just interesting. Saint Germain said it's like a page turner. It's like when they didn't want to deal with how they felt about you, when they're like, I don't need to know about that. They're being reminded about your acts of generosity is making this person turn the page to look a little deeper. And when they look a little deeper, that crescent, moon, right, becomes more of a full moon. And that's where it's at. Like it's what's enticing this person to really give you a second look. And it's what's pushing this person to really think and feel their true feelings for you. And this is what's creating this like illumination, this uncovering of this person's emotions for you. There's a lot here. Saint Germain popped up with the scene where it's like, you kind of had the cloudy moon, like full moon, right? And you couldn't really see anything, but the moon, the clouds, part, and then the moon shines and you can see this vast scenery. It's like that. You know how there's moon nights like that where it's like the moon is so bright, it's almost like it's daytime. That's how I see it basically right now. Anyway, let's see, is there any last thing that you have for Taurus, the Taurus viewers? I think that's it. That's all I got for you, Taurus, for now. It's an uncovering process. Anyway, don't forget to like and comment, Taurus. I do appreciate it. And let's move towards Gemini. Let's see. We're at 11 minutes and 50 seconds for Gemini. So, Gemini. Can you tell me, how does Gemini's person currently feel about Gemini? They don't feel like they deserve you. This has to do with this person. I don't know if they treated you badly or overlooked you. Let me see if there's a clarification on that. But there's this feeling here where I don't deserve them. I feel like this is someone who's trying to take actions towards you. They're trying to build up some momentum and kind of like execute something. But some of you, this may not be a direct move in your direction or a direct proposition, or like, maybe to date you properly. It may not be that, but it's something that is leading to that, essentially. So this person is thinking about, I need to do something, but there is a limiting belief within them that makes this person feel like they don't deserve you. And it's because of what they have already done and how they treated you in the past. I am seeing someone. Okay, I have a scene. It doesn't have to be your scene, but it is what I'm seeing right now. This is an example where it's like you two are having dinner and they're sitting in front of you, but they're looking the other way while you're talking to them. It's like they weren't paying attention to you. That's how I saw it, but I don't know. Take from that what you will. However, this is someone who thinks, well, because I did this, I did whatever I did, I now don't deserve them. But that's just a limiting belief that they have. And this is someone who's having a really difficult time to overcome that. And as we all know, right, limiting beliefs, they create like energy on us, and they make it harder for us to move. And it takes way more energy to overcome it if you have a limiting belief. So let's say you don't believe, like this person doesn't believe they can have you. It makes this person it makes it a lot more difficult for them to have enough energy to reach out to you or to make you some kind of offer. And the reason for this is because of that belief. So it's like they're less likely to move. And that's the same case for everyone. It's like a restriction, essentially. Blocks and restrictions are like probably the biggest hindrance that we all have, right? And we all feel it to a certain extent for certain things. And this is someone who's very much feeling it with you when they think about being with you, right? And this is someone who wants to do, I don't want to say the right thing. That sounds strange to say, but they definitely want to make a move in your direction, but they don't feel like it's in their place to do that. Let me see. Is there anything else in terms of how this person feels about the Gemini viewers? Let's see, Gemini. Heart singing for you. Heart flutters. I'm seeing that as well. I do feel like this person has a pretty small heart. And I'm not saying like their heart's not going to grow or anything like that, but it just feels really small. And I think like this is normally this happens a lot when we've been hurt a lot of times in love, right? Where our heart kind of shrivels up. It usually is actually blocks on your heart. When I was doing a lot of Atlantean healing, I don't offer that anymore. People's hearts were all jacked up, and I kind of feel like this is someone whose heart's very much like that, and it's like it's kind of restrictions. There's a restriction on the heart. If this person had another chance with you, Gemini, they would do it right by you and give it their all. And I don't think they did give it their all last time, but this is someone where it's like I won't screw up a second time, right? This is you have that type of person, or at least who they are now versus who they were. It's someone who won't screw up this time, and they're very committed to that. But saying it is one thing, actually living that experience very difficult nonetheless, right? A lot of people mean when they say they want to, they don't want to hurt us, or they're sorry and they won't do it again, and they often do it again, do they not, right? And it's not because they weren't sincere or they were lying the first time, they weren't, right? But life or things pop up and they kind of, rock the boat. And this is someone where it's like they tell themselves, there's like this like idea, if I had another chance, I would not make that mistake again. But would they? I don't know, right? I guess time will tell. But they're very committed to learning from the past, and not making the same mistakes yet again. Very beautiful nonetheless. Whether they succeed at that, who knows, right? And I can see where he was going with this. I will bring it up because I have to. But what Saint Germain is saying is that, it's okay if you want to believe them, but don't hold it against them if they cannot fulfill that promise. You know what I mean? Like, it's like those things that you hear and you love to hear them. Make yourself feel safe, right? Love yourself, right? So if this person disappoints, it won't matter, right? And that is like probably the most important thing I think you can take from this right now, right? Because you have someone here who's really going to promise, and they're gonna swear to God, swear on the Bible. Who the hell knows? But will they? Hard to say. They definitely don't want to, and they're definitely gonna try their best, but their best may not be good enough. Boom, right? That's how I see it, all right? So I'm going to leave it there, Gemini. Don't forget to like and comment. I do appreciate it. So we are at 17 minutes and 15 seconds for Cancer. So let's see, Cancer. So what are Cancer's person's shocking feelings for Cancer right now? So, they are working up the courage, Cancer, to make a move in your direction. I do feel like this is someone who's very worried about you going and getting it on or being with someone else. So I don't know if you're talking to this person right now. You could be, you may not be, I don't know. But this is someone who's having this idea. Oh, no, right? They may move on, or they may have someone swoop in and take them at the last minute. I feel like they're not ready for love, though. I think that this is someone who's very much struggling they're struggling, right? To open themselves up and to be ready for a full-fledged kind of commitment. I definitely see this person wanting to settle down. Not everyone wants that, right? Or like kids and stuff like that. I see strongly, definitely moving in, very strong, whatever, right? But I see someone who's like, has this idea about what they think happiness is, and it seems to be that idea about, everyone has that when we're in samsara, we're settling down, having kids is the happiest you can be. It's not, but they have that idea, and this is someone who's really thinking about that with you, and they're sitting here like, I want to do that, and I don't know if I'm ready. I don't think I am, right? And that's not just for being healed enough, right? It's also, am I ready for that level of commitment? Juicy, isn't it? However, I don't want them to go find someone else. So you have someone here who may unintentionally come in and appear like they're trying to manipulate you, and they may have done this already. However, you have someone here who's not ready, but is trying to kind of keep you on lock, right? While they kind of get their bearings. And it has to do with a lot of fears. I see this person being very fearful. This is coming from not a place of love. They're not like, I'm going after them because I love them and I want the best for them. No, no, no. They're going after you because they think you're the best and they want the best for themselves, right? So you have somebody who doesn't want anyone else to have you, and they're trying to come in very quickly to scoop you up and kind of steal you away. It's like, I forgot what that quote is. It's like, you got to marry them before someone else finds them. I don't know. It's like that kind of quote. That's what I hear in this person's mind. But they so are not quite ready. They have been working on themselves, and they do understand that they have to heal. Like, they get that their heart's all types of messed up. They understand that they're not quite right up in the, in the everything. They do get it. This is someone who has a proper understanding. However, this is someone who is coming in a little bit too soon to really be able to give you the kind of a connection that you're looking for. Not that you say yes or no. There's no thing about that. You always follow your heart, by the way. It's the only way you know how to navigate these situations. But it is important that you know that. So you make it this feeling like, I really do love this person, but something's not right here, right? There you go. Let's see. How else does this person feel about the Cancer viewers? They do want to have more meaningful conversations with you. I don't know if you have things above board. I know this is a strange thing to say because it almost feels like they want sexual conversations too, but they want something that's not small talk with you. They want something that's more deep. They want to have more of that experience. I do feel, and I don't know what kind of conversations you have had with this person, and it kind of feels like you're not having the most lively ones, and I don't mean like interesting ones. I mean like light-hearted ones. They want more of that coming into your connection with this person. So maybe talk about serious stuff all the time. And it's not that that's not important, but it's like, all that all the time is like, I want to find a way to bring in more. I don't know what that is. Lighthearted, good humor into the conversation. But it requires this person in a heart space to have lighter energy. But the problem is this person don't got it. All they resonate with is low vibrational stuff because they are not healed. Some of you may be not as well in the heart space. So work on that, obviously. But they do understand that there's like a missing piece in your connection. And it may not be lightheartedness, it could be something else maybe, but this is someone who wants to like get that missing piece that seems to be missing for your dynamic, and they know that you can get it. It's just there's something. It's like the energy in their heart or themselves is missing it, and they have to acquire it somehow. A lot of you, this person that has to go to a place, a destination to get it. There's energy in different places in the world. There's pockets of energy, and we take the energy into ourselves when we integrate it. Right? All the time. So certain destinations call out to us. I feel like this person may have a destination in mind that would be really beneficial for them. You may have one yourself. However, I don't know. But I feel that really strongly. Is there anything else in terms of how this person feels? That's it. They just don't want you to walk out the door and leave them. They don't want you to get away. They don't want that. And it may come across like they're manipulating when they can't follow through or something like that. They're not. I guess they are. Never mind. Who am I kidding? But they don't. It's coming from a place of fear. Also, I love in a sense as well. But you have to always follow your heart when it comes to what to do about the situation. All right. I'm gonna leave it there, Cancer. Don't forget to like and comment. So we are at 23. 15 for Leo. So let's see, Leo. What are Leo's person's shocking feelings for Leo right now? All right, so I feel like this person has lied to you. I am seeing definitely lies about money or lies about prosperity, lies about, I don't know, this sounds strange. Okay, how it's coming to me is that this person would dress in their best clothing when they met you, or when they were around you. And you know how like it's a thing. It's not something I'm very familiar with, but you know how some people wear designer clothings and stuff like that, and it gives off that feel of like they have money or they come from money or they're more well off than they are. I'm feeling that a little bit here with this person. They could have, by the way, but that money, that posturing essentially was kind of giving off more of that vibe than they actually got in the bank, essentially. So they're vibing more of that abundance than they truly have. And this is someone whose presentation matters to them. Let me see what else is here. I think that they may have lied in general in terms of like pushing out who they wanted you to think they were versus who they actually are this entire time. So I feel like that's more of an example, the first thing about money, but some of you, it actually is, that's literally what's going on. However, I feel like this is someone who kept posturing, I am this, I do this. If you ever notice that you ask someone, tell me about yourself, it's a really, really good question to ask someone, right? Because you have many very, very different responses, and the way someone answers it speaks volumes. And I feel like this is someone who will tell you who they are based on what they have in their life. That's not who you are, baby. No, right? It's nothing like who you are. Who you are is inside. And I feel like this is someone who considered who they were based on what they had, and what they had probably wasn't very valuable to begin with, but it don't matter, right? This is someone who's using that as their value. And this is why they posture in that way. It's why people do that in general. Why people are always trying to dress a certain way, look a certain way, because they're trying to give off, right, this is who I am, but that's not who you are. You gotta dig deeper. I don't think this person ever did. And this is someone who's looking at a situation and thinking, I wasn't that honest about who I am. They really wish that they had gave you a chance to see who they are, because it's like, it kind of blew up. That's how I'm taking it. Your connection blew up anyway. And it's like, I might as well just have showed them the truth of who I am really deep down, and see if they would reject me based on that, because it ended anyway. There was no stopping that one. However, right, I'll never know if they would have accepted me for me, or they were wanting me for what I got, and or what they made you think they had. And this is someone who's looking at the situation, not really having a lot of answers. It's interesting, because you have someone who's looking at all of this and thinking, do they want me for me? And it's like, I don't know, right? Because I wasn't honest about who I was. I was always putting up a facade. I was always putting up some kind of mask. I was always showing them who I wanted to show them, not letting them see who I actually am deep down. And it's like they want you, they want to make moves towards you, but they're like, will they just reject me in the end? And they really wish they had just like did it at the first time, because it's like it ended that time anyway. That's the feeling that I have from this person, where it's like, it ended no matter what. I should just did it. And it's like they're looking at this, and it kind of feels like this person thought that they would have more answers, but I think this epiphany hit them later on. Like, it's like they kind of knew where you stood, and they were like, wait a second, do they like me for me, or do they like who I was saying I was? And it was like this epiphany that hit them, and now they realize, I've been wearing a mask my whole life. What am I doing? And now they're like, it's like, how could I know if they want me for me? I don't know if you are falling for the mask. It's sometimes when it's glitz and glamour, like money, you tend to fall for it real easily. Because you don't question that. Who'll lie about that, right? It's like craziness. However, some people really do. And this is someone where it's like they kind of, I don't know if it was money exactly, but you get what I'm saying. Some stuff, you're like, who would lie about that? So you're not really in tune with, truth vibration at that moment, because you're just like, oh, who would lie? And I think that this person may have lied, or they obscured some facts about themselves that made them look more presentable, and now they're like, I don't know if they would want me for me. A lot of this person's stories that they told you as well made them look really good versus how it really was as well. That's also another factor here. All right, is there anything else? I think that's it. That's all I got for you, Leo. Don't forget to like and comment, okay? Let's see, we're at 28 minutes. 25 seconds for Virgo. All right, so Virgo, can you tell me, what are Virgo's person's feelings for Virgo right this second, right now? There's this feeling of what's taking so long. Yes, that's what I got. What's taking so long? It's not like I'm looking at the clock, what's taking so long, but I'm looking at the situation, holding it in my head, holding all this space, and it's like, what the hell is taking so long, right? I thought this would move along faster. I do feel like this person had a lot of high hopes for your connection, or had high hopes. I don't know. What is the current state of the connection? Apart for the most part. Could be talking, but I definitely see back back to back kind of thing. However, this is someone who thinks wouldn't things have wrapped up by now? Wouldn't we be moving forward together right now? Like, why hasn't that happened yet? What's taking so long here? And why is this taking forever for this to happen? And they're kind of like, I don't know what to do about the situation now. I do feel like this is someone where they were following some kind of path, following some kind of rubric, and they thought, if I heard it's almost like they heard someone say something like, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this, and then this is all going to work out. And it's like, that didn't happen that way. And I don't know who said this. I don't know who say this nonsense, right? But we write our own story, baby, right? And this is someone where it's like someone's told them, you do this, and it's all going to work out for you. What? And it's like they did it, and they've been doing it, and it's like, hey, it hasn't worked out the way that they said it was. It hasn't worked out the way I thought it was going to. It hasn't worked out the way that I hoped it would, and now I'm sitting here wondering, what do I do about the situation? And you have someone here who's like trying to really wrap their head around all of it, and it has to do with like, well, we're still here, it's like. Sorry, it was almost like not a shift has happened. That's how I want to phrase it, but I kind of pulled away from that. So just, take that how it resonates. Let's see, how else do they feel about the Virgo viewers? They do wonder if you are thinking and feeling the same thing about everything, all of this, and them as well. It's interesting, this is someone who has a pretty sharp mind, by the way, because they're wrapping their head around the fact that, well, sure, maybe I could do a little more. They're saying this to themselves, by the way. They're like, I could do a little more, right? But if they wanted me, wouldn't they do a little more? So it's an interesting thing. It's like an interesting approach, by the way. You're not going to get anywhere with this logic, but you have someone here who's trying to apply logic here. Well, yeah, I do want them. I want to make a move. I want to create a shift here, right? Shifting the connection. However, they haven't either. So maybe that means they don't want to, or maybe that means they're not available, or maybe that means that things are, I'm the only one that feels this way. I don't know. It's some kind of crazy doubt and fear that kind of creeps into this person's heart and makes them feel like they shouldn't. Real crazy, by the way. It's real funny crazy, but they are potentially thinking about it. But you have someone here who's using, the air came up, using you, right, as kind of that scapegoat, where it's like, well, if they're not going to, they must mean they don't want to, so why should I? And we can see the problem with that, right? All of us, right? You included, I hope, right? Where it's like logic isn't going to get you anywhere. Your heart knows what you need to do about a situation. Your heart's the smartest part of you. You have like a genius heart, right? Why wouldn't you listen to the genius, right? Or you listen to like the dumb mind, right? And this is someone who's very much all about that. So be careful when it comes to your own life experiences, Virgo. Make sure that you're not focusing so much on logic. Always go what your heart says. However, I feel this person's heart is saying we should knock on that door. Very interesting, by the way. Knocking's an interesting thing, though. It's like that preparation before you say hi or something. A preparation before someone opens up the door. It's like, it kind of feels like could be like a text or something, or saying hello, right? You know what I mean? It's like their heart saying, knock on that door. Are they gonna knock on that door? They keep bringing you up. They haven't. They must mean they don't want to. Very interesting. You have so many here. The logic is kind of burying them 6 feet under. Yeah. And that's what logic normally does, by the way, just so you all know. Anything else that you have for the Virgo viewers? I think Saint Germain is here. They are cowering, by the way. Fear, giving into their fear, constantly doubting themselves. It's just what they do. Yeah, it's just rampant in them. Let me see. Where is this fear stemming from? The childhood experience and their inner child specifically, but the childhood experiences as well. I don't know if this person's had bullying or some kind of an experience that has made them, you know how like you're kind of going about your life. It kind of reminds me a little bit of this. Not like, I don't think this is a great example, but it's a decent one. Where it's like you kind of go about your life and like la-di-la, la-di-la, and then one day you realize, oh wait, I can die one day, right? It kind of reminds you of that experience where you're like, wait, there's death, it's inevitable. Death, it can happen to me. It kind of reminds like this person had an experience like that, but to do with like their own confidence, where it's like, if I say this, someone could yell at me, and I don't want that to happen. And now it's like they had that, it's like they had that shock with an experience like that. I know it sounds crazy, but so it's what I have exactly. This person has some kind of shock in their childhood experience that made them understand that sometimes their actions isn't received well, and people have a reaction that is I don't know, shocking, right? And this is it's where that fear is coming from. And it's to do with the childhood experience. Most people can't connect it, but I always see it in my private readings. They're like, yeah, it's that one. It's that one. You gotta, but it's coming from that child, their inner child, and that childhood experience that they had. Very interesting. I'm gonna leave it there, Virgo. Don't forget to like and comment. I do appreciate it. So let's see. We're at 34, 53. Hi, Libra. So we're going to be doing your reading all about your person's current feelings for you. I paused it for a moment. That's why I said hi, Libra. Anyway, what are Libra's person's current feelings for Libra right now? Libra, let's take a look here. They are problem solving and trying to think of solutions. I do feel that really strongly. I do feel like your connection with this person, some people, like, they don't know their person that well, or like they've not had much contact. I feel like you have had contact with this person. Like, I feel like you have had, like, you've ate out to eat, you got to know each other, not as well as you'd like, kind of thing. However, this person knows that you are someone special. They know that they want you in their life, and they know that they want to really cultivate this connection, and they're trying to think of solutions on how to do that. I do feel there have been clashes between you and this person to a certain extent. I'm not saying like you're fighting all the time. I don't see that at all, but there have been clashes here, and this person has been really trying. It's funny. This has been the theme of all the readings today. They have really been trying to use their logical mind in an attempt to figure out how to ensure that those clashes don't happen. And I don't think that they see the clashes as beneficial, right? Most of the time we normally don't when we are in samsara, right? But then you start to understand, oh yeah, this is so important for us to learn and grow from, right? However, this is someone who doesn't want to fight with you. They don't. They really try to think of ways not to have that happen. But all too often, it kind of makes things worse, if you ask me. But you have somebody who is trying to think of a solution to your connection, a solution to maybe the clashes that you've had, and to try to make things smoother. They don't like adversity. They really don't want any kind of disturbances, and that makes it worse. It's kind of like someone who says, I don't want drama, but that in and of itself creates drama, right? It's like you blow things out of proportion because it looks like drama. You're like, I don't want that drama, but it does. Like, life isn't about not wanting something. You take what you got, right? You take what you're manifesting. Right? It just, your energy manifests what it's going to manifest. Period. End of story. I don't know what to tell you about that. It's how it works here. And this is someone whose energy sometimes manifests as a clash. Energy sometimes manifests as like a fight, or they say something that stirs it up, or vice versa. And there's like, I'm trying to not have those experiences, but that makes it worse. It kind of may have created some like start stops in your connection, because they're trying to make sure like they're trying to come at it from a different approach. But it's like, this is someone who's not really seeing the benefit of it, of that experience. So I feel like they are in samsara to a certain extent when it comes to this. A lot of people, when you're in the thick of it, you can't fathom like, oh, this is for my highest good. Like, none of us are thinking that, not even myself, right? But you normally quickly get to that eventually. But this is someone where I feel like they look at these experiences of like, growth, right? And they are growing experiences, aren't they? And they're not too happy about that. It's like, oh, I don't like that. And it's like where this person's head's at, essentially. It's like, I'm trying to figure out how not to have these fights so that I can have an experience that's just good. But it's like, you can't, if your energy is not it's not in a just good energy. That's just how it is. And you have somebody who's trying to figure that out. Let's see, what else is here? I do feel they're fragile, more fragile than they may appear to you. I do feel they're very sensitive as well. I'm seeing a lot of empathic energies coming through as well. This is a fear-based response. Like, I think they're a natural empath, whether they say that or not. Clear empathy, right? Whether they think that or not. And it's because this person was always trying to avoid fights. They were always trying to read people. In doing so, it's kind of like this person tries to, you know how like there's a field of landmines and you're like, you're trying to like not land on one. Yeah, that's just what they do. It's real crazy. It's like they're dodgy in that way. And yeah, that's no way to live. Anyway, so it's a crazy thing, but yeah, it's a fear-based response, and it's what they've learned from their childhood experience as well. It kind of feels like this person's mother was pushy. That's how I see it. It doesn't have to be their mom; it could have been a father. But I see like a pushy parent, more likely the mother, and it's like the mother was very temperamental and they had to navigate that connection. Like, oh, if I say the wrong thing, sorry, I was gonna say this B. My mom's gonna, blow up. My mom's gonna have a fit, or my mom's gonna all emotional. I don't want to deal with that. It's like it comes from that childhood experience where they've learned I need to not do these things, or I need to avoid this, or I need to not bring this up, or I need to steer them away from this topic because if we're about to land on a landmine. So they're trying to do that for your connection, but your connection seems to be it's like their mind usually is pretty good when it comes to everyone else, but not with you. That's the point. That's why I was wondering where this is coming from. So with everyone else, it seems to work where they're able to steer them away. It's essentially like I feel like at its best, it's like this person's like a kind of cowering away from these experiences. At its worst, they're manipulating, and possibly gaslighting too, right? I don't know, but you have someone here whose approach to connections is to try to kind of keep the coast clear, and it's because there's a fear within this person's heart. They have a flinch response, by the way. It's a strong one in their heart. Turning that flinch response off, all you gotta do is state to your heart, I turn it off. But this is someone who has a flinch response, so it's kind of constantly pushing this person to try to avoid these things. And very interesting, very interesting. That's a crazy thing. I'm gonna leave it there, Libra. I gotta move to the next sign. I do appreciate you. Don't forget to like and comment. So let's see, we're at 41 minutes. Sorry, I got really into your reading. Scorpio. Okay, so let's see. Scorpio. Ooh. Okay, Scorpio. What are Scorpio's person's current feelings for Scorpio right now? There's some pride here, by the way. I see this person's like face being a little bit. I'm watching a lot of anime, so it is with the image I'm getting. But you know that squiggly thing? I don't know what that is. It's like maybe it's a bitter taste in your mouth or something like that. But there's pride mixed into this as well. You have someone here who, their energy is real interesting. They're very triggered by you, by the way. Very triggered by you. I feel like the thought of you leaves a bitter taste in this person's mouth. It's like a sour feeling. I'm not too happy about the entire situation. Not too happy about you. Not too happy about any of it. And when I think about you, it makes this person, I feel like it makes this person triggered. I also think that this person actually can be quite moody, but they seem to be more irritable than normal right now. All these feelings are coming up. It does feel like this person thought with time that they're this like feeling of like, I don't know, soury feeling that they're feeling would have just went away. It could just wouldn't have gone away, like just like boom, like they would wake up one day and feel just fine, and that normally happens, by the way. For most connections, we don't really give a damn about them, and there's not much meaning, there's not much growth there. But with you, it's like every freaking day this person wakes up, it hurts so much, and it's like, when is this going away, right? That's the feeling coming in. When is this going away? When am I not going to feel like this anymore? When am I going to feel okay again? And it's like this person sitting here, and it's like it won't stop. It's like this, I don't know how long it's this person's had this soury taste about you, being like guilt-ridden and pissed off and prideful at the same time. I don't know how long it's been, but this is someone who's looking at the situation and thinking, what the F? Like, it's been this long and I am still here. Like, how? Right? That's the feeling coming through real strongly here, right? How am I still at this place? It's like, it feels like the same day as it did yesterday. And normally they sleep and they wake up and they feel fine. With everyone else, this has happened to. They just woke up the next day, or in a week later, they were just like nothing happened, right? I feel great, right? No, not with you. And it's like this person's getting very frustrated. I do feel they've kind of kept this on, like in a lid or something like that. Sorry, I'm seeing one of those old fashioned cookie jars where it's like you just kind of keep it on there tightly. It's like that it's like a latch that that keeps it in. Yeah, they kind of kept it there, and it's like it's about to explode now at this point. And this is someone who's thinking how like it's like sorry. God, sorry. There's so much frustration. This person, it's like how, like it, like could I? Why do I care so much about this, them, all of it? Why? And they don't get it yet. They're gonna get it soon. Yeah, they're gonna get it soon, but they just don't get it right now. When that blows, it's gonna blow. But it's not. It's near capacity. Okay. Saint Germain's reading for an example. He's saying, like how they have, like it's how he phrased it to me was like a nuclear explosion where it's like things hit red and it hit red for a certain amount of time and then finally it explodes. Right? It's like that. So this person's at red, right at the red line or the red piece of a meter, and it can only stay there for so long before it explodes. This person's about to have that explosion. Yeah, it's gonna be real drastic for this person. It's gonna change this person's life. But it's like it's almost like it hit red. It hit that that maximum pressure, and it hasn't stopped. And this person, it's like they're so exhausted being prideful. It's like it's almost like they have to let their feelings in. That's how it feels to me. But I don't know. I've never dealt with what this person is dealing with. Whatever they've been trying to do, I think they've been trying to avoid things. Kind of pretend it doesn't exist to see. Hopefully it'll just go away. Yeah. That's not working. It's like they have to face it, and it's gonna happen when the cookie jar explodes, and it's about to. It can only withstand so much, and this person's about to have that. I don't know what this is called. Maybe it's a breakdown, rock bottom. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But it's like they're gonna hit it soon, and yeah. Anyway, I had to leave it there. Let's leave it there. I think that's it for you, Scorpio. It's just it's the same thing, but they're at that peak, and they can only sustain it for so long. All right, don't forget to like and comment, Scorpio. I do appreciate it. So let's see, we're at 46 minutes, 22 seconds for Sagittarius. So let's see, Sagittarius. What are Sagittarius' person's current feelings for Sagittarius right now? Ooh, when you taste something, that's their feelings for you. I think they want to taste you. Yeah. Okay. Saint Germain brought an example forward. He says, when you go to Baskin Robbins and you get a little scoopy little taste of that ice cream. Like, can I have a taste of this? And you try multiple flavors, and this person wants to have a scoop of you. I don't know if they had a sampler. I don't know about that. But they definitely do want to have a taste of you. This person's feelings for you are very sexual in nature. I do feel like this is someone who finds you very attractive, very alluring. But they had other flavors, essentially. They've gone to Baskin Robbins. What is it, 31 flavors? I don't actually know what it is anymore. But they tried those other flavors and no. They're one of those people that gets a sample of every flavor, right? And they're going back to what you tasted like because they like what you taste. I do feel like this person, how you can... how the other flavors just don't taste right. You want that one, the one that tastes the best. And the other flavors, they tasted fine, I guess. However, they can't have a lot of them. Does it make sense? Like, this is someone who's like, I want a flavor that I won't get sick of if I have a big, I don't know, like I've had 3 scoops of it. Does it make sense? So you are the kind of person that this person feels like they will not get sick of. I feel like you probably are very stimulating, but it has to do with, how you can like something for a sample, but not like it for the long haul. Yeah, they feel like they like you for the long haul. They don't like everything else for the long haul. They understand that. So this person sees you kind of a distinction between you and everyone else, where it's like, I like them, I can have that every day of my life. You know how there's like a thing that you eat, that you can just keep eating and eating, not get sick of it, right? And some stuff you just you have a lot of it essentially, and then you just like, no, right? This is someone who knows if they had a lot of you, they wouldn't get sick of you, and that's kind of it. It's like the I guess it's like the shock essentially, because this is someone who will not get sick of you, and I know it's like a weird way to put it, but it is what it is. That's a profound statement, right? And it means a lot. And we all have experienced these things where you get sick of someone or sick of something. You don't ever want to see it again. Yeah, you are the opposite of that. And that's the point. And this person really does want to have a taste of you. They want to keep having a taste of you as well. They feel like they haven't had enough of you as well. There's this feeling here where it's like, I only had that little sample. I want more. And yeah, they really do want more. Let's see. How else do they feel about... they don't want anybody else having you as well. Because Saint Germain's showing me, you know how like in Baskin Robbins, yeah, is that Baskin Robbins? How they have those big containers, like they want to just take the whole container out and then have you right there. Very much so. Let's see. Is there anything else in terms of this person's feelings? They find you very stimulating. They like that they can't hold you down. Sorry, I don't know how to phrase that. It's not phrased right. It's like I'm seeing you all a little dodgy. I know it sounds crazy, but I see you a little dodgy. It's like, you know how like if someone tries to grab you and you just move out the way. They see you that way. They love it. I think this person loves to chase. By the way, I don't know if they were aware of that before, or I don't know, maybe you've had a runner chaser dynamic, but they love the fact that they have to chase you. They love the fact that they can't it's in some ways control you, but it's not. Sorry, that's not phrasing it. It's not quite right. It's that, but it's not that. It's like they love the fact that they can't that you're your own person, that you're independent, and that you do your own thing, and that it's like it's like they kind of can't keep track of you in a way, and they kind of like that. I don't think this person likes predictable. I don't think this person likes bland and boring. I think this person really likes stimulation, but I feel like at times that slight dodgy, independent nature that that this person feels like you have made them a little bit scared. Where it's like, you know how you're tied to the hip with someone and it's codependent, and it's like, well, it sucks and it's horrible, but at least you know they're gonna be there. As like this person knows that they can't be codependent with you, nor do they really want that. But when they were codependent with other people, it made them feel safe. It made them feel like there's someone that's always going to be there. But this is someone who's kind of giving that to themselves right now. And when they do that, they're starting to see you and kind of all your glory and appreciating you for all that you are, rather than being scared of the fact that you can leave them at a second, in a moment's notice, right? And this is someone who's not looking at that experience or that potential of an experience as a fear anymore. I do feel like this is someone who knows that they're not going to be able to tie you down the way that most people do. It's like they're grasping you for you. I hope that makes sense. Like it's like they're seeing you for all that you are. And it's like there is this, I guess it's in some ways unconditional love, but it's more like I'm seeing them all, and I love every aspect of them, every part of the dish, essentially, right? Every part of the ice cream. Poof, the air is like coming up and it's strong. And this is someone it doesn't necessarily mind now that they can't kind of grab hold of you and keep you there. They love that you stimulate them, that you're exciting, and it is an excitement factor as well. I feel like they have had the other flavors or the other experience, other people, and those experiences were, I don't know, predictable. Yeah. And they kind of got what they wanted. And it's interesting because this is a fact, by the way. All of us think we know what we want, but what we want versus what will really make us happy are almost certainly going to be two very different things. And this is someone where I feel like they've gotten what they wanted, or what they thought they wanted, and what they thought would make them happy. It didn't make them happy. And now they're coming back to you, understanding that you even though it's like I didn't think you'd look like you, right? I didn't think you were gonna be it, right? I didn't think someone like you and me are gonna that you're gonna be you're gonna be my favorite flavor. But here we are, and it's where they're landing right now. It's real beautiful. But it's taking this person to kind of get what they wanted, or to experience what they wanted, to understand that they don't want that, and that's not gonna make them happy. And so many people have that experience. It's like it's so. Oh, it happens everywhere, all the time, by the way. And you have to usually live those experiences, in my experience, to know that you don't want something. But it's why they're seeing you in a new light, all right? I'm going to leave it there, Sagittarius. I want to thank you. Please don't forget to like and comment. Sorry, your reading, some of the readings got really long. Anyway, 45 for Capricorn. Alrighties. So, Capricorn, what are Capricorn's person's feelings for Capricorn right now? A lot of regret here. I do feel like this person, two things I'm getting. The first thing, I think you've kind of cut this person's balls off. Man or woman, don't matter, but you understand that statement, right? It's like you cut this person's balls off, and they're kind of sitting here like, I got no balls now, right? But they are trying to work up, right? Being strong enough right now at this present moment in time. So you have someone here who's feeling like they have been, I don't know maybe lost their mojo. I don't know, maybe lost their confidence. I'm not sure what the thing is. However, it's like, oh, they did this to me. I'm trying to work up the courage, work up the confidence again, because I want to do and make a move in their direction. Let's see. Are they planning on taking action? Yes, they're trying to. But they feel very limp. I keep getting this. I don't normally get swear words a lot, but I am getting that like so much, like crazy. Like anyway, this is someone who's a little bit limp in their pants, right? And very much so, not able to kind of do what they want to do, but they're trying to work up that courage to do it. But they feel like you've kind of cut them off at the knees, essentially. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, there you go. Let's see. So they switched it. I don't like swear words. You can't use swear words on YouTube anyway. Not if you want to get monetized. But let's see. How else does this person feel about Capricorn? They feel like you can be stubborn and unapologetic about how you can be at times as well. It's not like you're this all the time, and it's not like this person doesn't understand where you're coming from. There is just this part of you that they feel like you just. I don't know if you can come across as cold or crude. Cruel is the word I'm getting. Cruel, right? Cruel. This person feels like you can be that at times. But they understand where you're coming from. Yeah, sorry. I was like wondering, I was like, is I going to get that? Yes, they do. But they can feel that sometimes. So they know that they have to come in strong, or they have to come in confident. And it's like they're having a really hard time getting that back right now. I do feel your energy leaves a strong imprint on this person. It's like, it kind of feels like it's whiplash to me, if I'm being honest to you. It's, you know how I've never been in a car accident or anything like that, but I imagine when you go through a car accident and you kind of, you hit the airbag. I'm guessing the airbags exist right in cars, and it's like you kind of feel that after. Isn't that what whiplash is? I have no idea, but it's like they feel the after effects of what you did to them. And it's like, it's still, you left a mark. Yeah, there it is. You left a mark on this person, and they're struggling, right? To kind of like brush that off and get back up on that horse. They do want to, by the way. They really do. However, they are struggling to do that. Is there anything else in terms of this person's feelings for Capricorn right now? That's it. Thinking of solutions. I would watch your moon, Capricorn. I don't know if you're sometimes moon can be the same as sign, but Saint Germain did bring that up. In fact, he brought up I think it was was it Libra's reading? I can't remember. Sorry. He brought up another sign. I think he said Libra. Let me see. It may have been Leo. I don't know. Sometimes when you start to like, you're really yanking it from them. It's like you can't pull it. You gotta have an open mind. But he brought up another sign. I would maybe one of those sound good to you, but there was a specific message about trying to think of a solution to fix the situation. I forgot what sign that was for though. But there's that message. So if you have watched it already, then this is for you, right? But you're meant to watch that one as well. All right. I know it's strange to say, but that's what that's what they gave me. I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you so much, Capricorn, and don't forget to like and comment. So we are at 58 minutes and 12 seconds for Aquarius. All right, so tell me, how does Aquarius, this person, currently feel about Aquarius right now? Alrighties, I see you two have had a bit of a parting ways. That's how I see it, because they feel very bad about how things ended. I do feel, I don't know if you've done this yet. I feel like you have. It kind of feels like you had some kind of like parting of ways between you and this person, and you extended some kind of olive branch to them. I don't know how you did this. It could be a million different ways, but you know if this is for you, if you did this, because it feels like you extended some kind of olive branch that they never took. Oh, they regret it. Yeah, there's like, oh my, what was I thinking? They weren't, by the way. This person wasn't thinking, wasn't feeling, wasn't doing anything. I do feel they were too scared to do it. I'm seeing, you know those scenes in a movie? They have them a lot, by the way, where it's like, I'm guessing they had them in the old days. I have no idea how people got over these cliffs, right? Where it's like, there's a cliff, and then there's like a bridge there. You know those like stringy bridges that always collapse, right? All the time. Anyway, it's like you extended that. And you kind of went halfway, and this person never did their work to kind of build up the other end of it. They really wish that they had met you in the middle. They really wish that they had took you up on that offer. I do feel like this person feels like crap for not doing that. And they're kind of sitting here. It's like they almost know that the ball's in their court now, where it's like, I have to do something because they did all anyone could expect them to. And I want to take a note at that phrasing of that, by the way, because I don't want you saying yes, yes, yes. If your heart, Aquarius, says you reach out to them, then that's exactly what you do, period, end of story. Don't matter what has already happened. So I'll keep that in mind. However, from their perspective, their logic is saying, well, they did all that anyone could expect them to do. I need to do something now. So you have someone here who understands that the ball's in their court, that you're not going to do anything about the situation anymore because you already did. You tried, right? And I'm going to have to sum up that courage to build something. It's like it would have been easier if they just met you halfway, but now this is someone who's thinking, I'm going to have to do something really, I guess the word is extreme, to really get them to notice me and really prove that I mean business. Because in the past, it's like you kind of have a fight and you can come back together. But if it's been a long time, ooh, you know what I'm talking about with that one, right? You know, if it's been a long time, right? And that's the feeling coming through, where it's like it's been so long as well. It's like this is someone who's like, they know they have to build that entire freaking bridge from scratch. There's no more, like that bridge collapsed, and they always do, don't they? I told you, I said that. They always do, but it's like those little rope bridges always collapse, and this is someone who understands that they're gonna have to actually take some action towards you now, and they're gonna have to build it from scratch. They're gonna have to do all the work, and it's. I wish I had did it sooner. I wish I had took them up on their offer. Now I'm having to kind of Now I'm having to do it on my own. So very interesting. So let's see. How else do they feel about Aquarius right now? They kind of know that you're washing your hands of the situation for the most part. Like you're not going to surprise them. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to just like call them up or something like that. And this is someone who gets it. They fully comprehend. It's kind of been the theme of all the signs, by the way. Logic, mind, what's your mind thinking? So it really does feel like it. But this is someone who's wrapping their head around it and understands that, yeah, you're not going to do anything to fix the situation. It's on me. So they're kind of wrapping their head around the entire situation. They get it. Whether they will take actions towards you, I am seeing it as being a yes. How will they take any actions then towards Aquarius? Sorry, they are showing me something, but it's like I see this person walking forward. I don't know. I think they're waiting for a sign. It is an odd thing. I have to say, I don't know if this is for anyone specifically. But you know, a shooting star. You know, you're walking, you see a shooting star, and you make a wish. That's how they show. That's how Saint Germain showed it to me. They just please fix this for me. Yeah. Real funny, isn't it? You know, we can go ahead and beg, and maybe it will happen, right? Or we can do it ourselves. And you have someone here who's kind of really still hoping that somebody else fixes this very situation that they so desperately want fixed. Hopefully they do. I don't know. I don't know what's the probability here in terms of what most people eventually do, but it's sad, isn't it? Right. But things will always be like this. The world's freeing itself from all this karma, and this person, maybe they'll work up the courage to take action. All right. So I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you, Aquarius. Don't forget to like and comment. So we're at 1 hour, 3:45 for Pisces. Alrighty, so let's see. Can I get Pisces' person's current feelings for Pisces right now? All right, this person is very much hell bent on healing, by the way. This is someone who, there is a drive here that hasn't been here before. There's this focus here that hasn't been here before. You have someone who is very committed to developing the self, working on themselves. And it's not just like, so I can have you. It's also so I can have a better life for myself. You have someone here who's like, I want to grow and I want to better myself, and I want to do it because I want to be happy. And it's kind of like someone who's just, you know how like it kind of reminds me of how when we are all in samsara, how you truly believe when you're younger that settling down and having a family is the happiest you can possibly be. We all know now, right? It's not, right? It's not even close. You need way more in your happiness pie than just settling down and have a family. Right? It's the happiness pie is just one little baby slice. It's nothing, right? You need so much more. So this person here is looking at their life and trying to fill it up with all these different things, and they're becoming more whole, more sovereign, and they're very determined to live a life of meaning, purpose, and happiness. And I see someone here who's shedding skin, releasing stuff, ending stuff as well, and it's actually making way in their life for more bigger and better things. And it's different than what they were raised to do, by the way, but they're very committed to doing this nonetheless. You have someone who doesn't want to wake up one day and be one of those people that are miserable and really, and on the older, real old, or, it's never too late, by the way, but you know what I'm saying, where it's like, I know a lot of times especially when that third community was like first developing itself, and it had everything wrong. But it was like, if people think, oh, it's all going to work out for you because, universe, but how many people do you know who are miserable? You know what I mean? Like how many, you know what I'm talking about. And this is someone who's looking at that, like these people, or maybe people in their life, or just, the idea of like, I don't want to end up unhappy. And like, I'm not doing that. I'm taking control. So you have someone who's working on their healing, developing the self, evolving, and filling up their life with a lot of stuff. They take, I don't know what this is called. Sorry, I don't know what this is called. I see someone painting, but it's not about the painting. It's, you know how you take time out of your day to bring in more creativity? You take time out of your day to bring in more happiness. You take time out of your day to bring in more peace, right? They're doing that now. It's like they're taking time out of their day to bring about that, and it's changing their life. It's a very, very, very crazy amount of evolution here. I feel like they have periods where they have a lot of this, and then it burns out a little bit, or they get hit, they get a little tripped up. Air just came up. Oh, it's like that air. Anyway, however, they understand that this path that they're walking is the path, and they feel good about it, right about it as well. But it also embodies you, because they know that they want you to be a part of their life, and they know it would be easier to have a dynamic here as well. Let me see, what specifically has this person been healing? I think fear seems to be the bigger one. Heart trauma and pain and heaviness on the heart itself. That's a key one, a key component. Let me see, is there anything else? There's ancestral stuff that's popping up, and ancestral patterns, ancestral lineage. I feel like this person's just they've been working through stuff. It's actually quite nice. It's real nice to see someone really committed to that healing. However, I feel like this is someone. I don't think it's however like a but. However, this is someone who wants you in the end as well. And it's not that like love isn't like romantic love or love in general is not happiness, right? It's just not everything. And that's the epiphany this person's has. Like, oh, it's not everything, because it's not, right? And there's so much more that you can have. So many things that bring fulfillment in. It's so beautiful. And when we have so many different, like, I don't know, streams of it, we're so filled. It's actually real nice, by the way. But when we only have one, barely anything, right? And this is someone who doesn't want one. They want as much as they possibly can have. It's real beautiful. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I want to thank you, Pisces, for being here. Don't forget to like and comment. And I do so appreciate you. And take care. Bye.